Hello everyone, this is Spiritfire Soldier, also known as a man named Moses. How everyone's doing? Hope you're doing great. So let me get straight to the point. A few days ago, somebody brought this to my attention of something's going on in the United States. And I want to bring it to your attention. You probably already know. It's been days past. But I'm just going to put it up anyway. See what it says there. 6-year-old boy charged after picking flower from lawn at public bus stop in U.S. All right, what's up with that? What's up with that? And normally, articles like this, they'll state the age and race and go into data like that to give you an idea of what's going on. But as you'll see here in a moment, it's not like that. So it says, North Carolina boy appeared in the juvenile court on charges of injury to real property after being accused of picking a tulip. His lawyer, Julie Boyer, said she gave her young client crayons and a coloring book during the proceedings due to his short attention span. A 6-year-old, we're talking about someone that's in kindergarten, first grade. They don't understand the process. They don't understand what's going on. They probably don't even know their address. Liana Hunter of the New Hanover County Public Defender's Office told WECT News 6. The earlier that you introduce a child to the criminal justice system, the higher the chances are that they will remain in the criminal justice system. How about that? Says currently, children as young as 6 can enter North Carolina's juvenile justice system, making it the lowest minimum age in the world. It says right there. How about that? How about that? Look at my face. Do I seem surprised to you? I'm not surprised. It's the United States. Okay? And so I read that and I clicked on a link somewhere on here. I believe it's this right here. Right? Which led me to this. Raise the Floor. I guess that's the name of the show here. Raise the Floor. It says advocates aim to change the minimum age for juvenile court from 6 to 10. Six to 10. Let's see. If you're too young to be in the court system at 6, what's changing it to 10 going to do? It's the same, isn't it? They're not even an adult by nature. They haven't even reached puberty yet. Right? And this kid, all he did was pick a flower at a bus stop. Okay? I mean, really, is that really a criminal offense? This is destruction of property. What good would it do the world to put a 6-year-old in prison for picking a flower? Right? correct me if I'm wrong, but that's insane. Maybe I'm not seeing it. I don't understand the logic behind any of this. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I don't understand criminal justices, all that, whatever you want to call it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand. But this makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And it's a law, and apparently it's been going on for a while. So let's check this out. So years ago, North Carolina lawmakers passed the Raise the Age laws, moving the maximum age for kids in the juvenile justice system from 16 to 18 years old. Really? Then why is he 6? Absent from that discussion was changing the minimum age a child can enter the juvenile system. In North Carolina, kids as young as 6 years old can be charged and go to juvenile court. However, there is an effort underway to raise the floor, moving the minimum age to 10. Okay, so that's what raise the floor mean. So it's not a show, it's just a topic of discussion. My bad. Moving the minimum age to 10. Okay. So Leon Hunter works in the New Hanover County Public Defender's Office and has been representing juveniles in delinquency cases for 14 years now. I think the youngest I actually had in a trial, they were 8. Some were 7, 8, maybe a 9-year-old. Literally, their feet. They're just swinging from chairs because they couldn't reach the floor, said Hunter. North Carolina has the lowest minimum age in the world to enter the juvenile justice system. National organizations recommend a minimum age of 14 for kids to be thrust into the court system. The 2020 North Carolina Task Force for Racial Equity in Criminal Justice report also suggests raising the minimum age of juvenile court jurisdiction to 12. A 6-year-old, we're talking about someone that's in kindergarten, first grade. They don't understand the process. They don't understand what's going on. They probably don't even know their own address, added Hunter. The earlier that you introduce a child to the criminal justice system, the higher the chances that they will remain in the criminal justice system. Hunter says most behavior that send kids under 12 years old into juvenile system is better addressed in therapy and not putting a 7-year-old on probation. Studies also support bringing a kid to court does more harm than good. Chief District Court Judge J. Corpening agrees and is leading the charge to change the story. He chairs a subcommittee that has worked since January 2020 to study the issue and submit a report to the NC General Assembly. According to Corpening, the committee is poised to recommend raising the minimum age to 10 and adding a provision making children that are 10 and 11 years old get special evaluations before proceeding with the case. Make the age higher, but okay, whatever. Should children who believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy be making these significant life choices? I think the answer is no, said Corpening. These cases aren't an everyday occurrence for our court system, but they do come up. Anything from family disputes to disruptive behavior in school can spark charges. Recently, a 6-year-old was in court in another part of the state for damage to property for picking a tulip at a bus stop. We were excited in 2017 about raising the age of criminal jurisdiction to 18. I'm excited about this too. Excited? Okay. Poor choice of words. What are you excited about, really? I think this is the second big piece to that, to raise the floor to protect those youngest of our children who can't see over the tables in our courtrooms. Okay, I see what you're saying. But excited? Okay. I wouldn't say excited. Representative Marcia Murray introduced a bill in 2019 that didn't pass, but just last week filed another bill aiming to raise the age from 6 to 10. The notion things could change is exciting to professionals like Hunter. Okay, I can see why you'd be excited about that. Passing legislation like this can be so impactful for our kids, said Hunter. Once that change happens, I think the impact will be tremendous. Think so? It shouldn't be like this in the first place, but whatever. Corpening says the committee has a meeting Thursday and another next week before the official report is sent off to lawmakers. And that's the end of that mess. So, let's see. Video started playing, I paused it. We'll take it back and see what it says.
To imagine, but just last month, a 6-year-old was in court for property damage after picking a tulip at a bus stop. Those cases are rare, but perfectly legal given North Carolina's outdated minimum age requirement for juvenile defendants. And it turns out the state's minimum age requirement for juvenile defendants makes this case perfectly legal. WECT's Kendall McGee spoke with some key players pushing for a change. Kendall, what are they trying to do?
Fran, from lawyers to judges, even lawmakers, a growing group of professionals are backing new legislation to change the age limit, something they're calling raising the floor.
A 6-year-old, and that we're talking about someone that is in like kindergarten, first grade, they don't understand the process. They don't know what's going on. I mean, they probably don't know their address.
North Carolina has the lowest minimum age someone can be charged in the world, just 6 years old. It's something that rattles longtime public defender Leanna Hunter.
I think the youngest were actually had a trial. They were 8. Some were 7, I think, 8, and maybe a 9-year-old. And literally their feet, they were just swinging from the chairs. They couldn't reach the floor. The kids were, you know, doing this the whole time because they're 8.
Anything from family disputes to disruptive behavior in school can spark charges. She says most of that behavior is better addressed in therapy, not in court.
You know, the earlier that you introduce a child to the criminal justice system, the higher the chances are that they'll remain in the criminal justice system.
New Hanover County Chief District Judge Jay Corpening agrees.
Should children who believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy be making these significant life choices? I think the answer is no.
That's why he and others, like Representative Marcia Morey, are trying to set troubled kids up to succeed, not to fail. Just last week, Morey filed a bill aiming to raise the minimum age from 6 to 10 years old. And there's hope it could pass after recent overhauls to the juvenile justice system.
We're excited in 2017 about raising, the age of criminal jurisdiction to 18. I'm excited about this too. I think this is the second big piece to that, to raise the floor to protect those youngest of our children who can't see over the tables in our courtrooms.
Hunter knows there's hurdles ahead, but is excited about the possibility for change.
Passing legislation like this can be so impactful for our kids. And so this is sort of maybe not the last piece in the puzzle, but a big part of what's wrong currently with our juvenile legislation, and that once that change happens, I think the impact will be tremendous.
So kids can spend more time on the playground and not on probation. Judge Corpening chairs a subcommittee that will brief the General Assembly on these issues and says they're finalizing a report within the next few weeks. Just like the bill filed, his committee plans to recommend raising the age limit to 10 and evaluating 10 and 11-year-olds on a case-by-case basis before they can proceed in court. Now, we're going to let you know if that age limit eventually changes. Fran?
All right, a lot of people are seeking this change, Kendall. Thanks so much for that report.
All right, another thing. Oops. Oops.
Tasha Harrison Springs.
Anyway. They want to raise it from 6 to 10. Like, ooh, that's going to be a big improvement. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be tremendous. No, it's not. It's the same thing. It's doing the same thing. You know, when you raise it up to, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there, after puberty or whatever. When the child's no longer a child by nature, the child's an adult. Very young, but an adult nonetheless. Or they get higher than that. But 10? It's really not a huge considerable difference between 6 and 10. So that tells me they still want to incriminate children. And for what? What does that do for society? What kind of example does that set? Hey, it's all been said in that video and what I read to you, for those who could tolerate my reading and all that. Look, it's all there. I don't have to explain anything. It's all there. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Spirit Fire Soldier, I'm out of here.